Hello, welcome back to Tea in a Chat. First of all, I believed that I was going to make lots of Tea in a Chat videos and I haven't. So I think this is only the second one. But today is the launch day of Finding Marianne, my 7th novel. And if you can hear weird noises, my dog is licking my arm because why wouldn't you while you're humans making a video? It's been all consuming. I've also set up J&S Romance, which is a new romance publishing business with my friend Jo. So it's all been going on, plus the day job, which is running another business. So very busy times, and I'm so excited to get here. I think Finding Marianne, which, ta-da, here she is. So she's available as paperback from, you can order on Amazon and Waterstones, Barnes & Noble, all the usual places, and as an ebook too. So, get it on your Kindle, Apple Books, all of the usual places again. So just search for Finding Marianne. If you can't find it, just hit me up and I'll send you a link. I think it's been a while since I published a book. It was 2020 in February. We all know how 2020 turned out. I didn't find the pandemic a very creative time. I think also I used to be with a publisher and they closed, and I was kind of not sure where I was with my writing for a while. I started a few things and didn't finish them, and then my friend Jo, who I mentioned just now, who I started the publishing business with, we had a lot of chats about writing and the romance genre and what we loved about it. And I think through all those conversations, it got me inspired to write again. And we said we would be accountability buddies. So we started sending each other, 5,000 words at a time. And I really started to get my love of writing back. So first of all, thank you to Jo, if you're watching, for helping to get me back to writing. And being a writer is who I am, right? And it's a labour of love. There's not many writers where it actually, pays the bills. So, excuse me. So yeah, I'm back. It's good to be back. I loved writing this story. So Finding Marianne is about a woman called Marianne, funnily enough, and she's going through a hard time at the start of the book. She's been through quite serious depression and anxiety. She's feeling quite lost. She's drifted away from her best friend. She's drifted away from her husband. She's not enjoying her job. And she decides to leave all of that, basically, and go and travel around Scotland for a while and try and find herself. So she's always felt called to go to Scotland. Her grandmother grew up in Scotland, Nora, and Nora died before Marianne was born. So she never met her, but she always felt called to go and sort of see the land of her ancestors, as it were. And Nora's story is also told. So every third chapter you get a little insight into Nora's story, back starting in 1960, through hearing about her love life and her life eventually moving to England, which is obviously where Marianne is from. Well, not obviously. Marianne is from Northamptonshire, which is where I live. So basically Marianne is going back to her grandmother's homeland, and she's decided to travel all over Scotland, inspired by the journal of her granddad, who met Nora in Scotland, and he kept a journal and he travelled all about. So she goes to all different places. She starts in Gretna Green. She does a large chunk of the NC 500 route, although she travels a lot more than 500 miles during the course of the book. She visits the Cairngorms. She goes right up to John O'Groats, to the northern coastline, and then down the west side she visits Glencoe, which is one of my favourite places in the UK. And of course it's a romance, so she does meet a guy, even though she's determined not to fall in love, and they travel about together, but with the sort of agreement that this is no more than a holiday fling rather than a romance, and that they're not going to fall in love. It does have a few sad moments. It does have some happy moments. It is romantic. There's a bit of spiritual. Can I speak today? Probably not. I'm too buzzy about my book launch. It has an air of the spiritual woven in. So Marianne gets into crystals, and she meets a friend who's very spiritual and runs an esoteric shop. It's really about mental health recovery and finding yourself and finding your purpose in life. It's about family and ancestral links. It's definitely about Scotland. Scotland is almost a character in the book. I myself feel called to Scotland. I love Scotland. You can see today I'm wearing my tartan dress in honour of Marianne and the story. So yeah, it's really about finding yourself, hence the title, Finding Marianne. So like I said, you can buy it in all good bookstores, all the usual places. I've got a few things in front of me I was going to show you. First of all, I finished my tea, I confess, before I started this video, even though it's called Tea and a Chat. But this is my Lindsay mug. So my maiden name is Lindsay. I come from a line of Lindsays. Lindsay is a Scottish name, and this is the Lindsay Scottish tartan. So Marianne is a Lindsay. Her grandmother Nora was a Lindsay, and so I think she buys a Scottish scarf. Well, I don't think, I know she buys a Scottish tartan, sorry, a Lindsay tartan scarf, which I have one of my own, of course. So this is the Lindsay tartan scarf that is featured in the book. So Marianne picks that up along the way, and she mentions a couple of times that she's got Lindsay ancestry. I've also got here, so a very good friend of mine, one of my closest friends, Debbie, she beta read the book for me. So a beta reader is someone who gets a very early copy of the book before it even goes to the editor and gives you some feedback and ideas and picks up any obvious mistakes or inconsistencies and just tells you if the book is any good. And so my friend Debbie was one of my beta readers, and sorry, I keep touching my desk and it wobbles the camera, so I hope that's not too distracting. So Debbie knows how much I love Scotland, and she actually brought me this necklace for, I think it was Christmas or my birthday. I think it was my birthday this year. It's one of my favourite things, one of the best gifts ever. Basically, it came with a little card that says, my heart belongs to Scotland, and it's a little locket, and it has a piece of granite in it from Scotland. So that is lovely. So I'm wearing that today. But for my launch, Debbie very kindly sent me a gift, and it's this. Now, how well you'll be able to see it, but it's a little jar. It's from a shop called Auld, as in A-U-L-D, as in like in Auld Lang Syne. Auld Romantics. I think they're on Etsy and they've got a website. And you can see there's all little things in there. And I got this little card that comes with it. Got several cards that come with it. There was a congratulation on your book launch card, which was lovely of Debbie. And then this one, it says that it's a Magic Scotland in a bottle, and it explains what's in there. There's granite, white quartz, thistle seeds, Scots pine needles and heather, and they all have sort of spiritual meanings, and that's all explained on this card. So that is a lovely gift. It also came with this card, which is just so appropriate for Finding Marianne. So it says, in the tapestry of time, my heart finds its song, a journey to where I truly belong. Through the winds of hope, one day I'll be free. Scotland, my home, calls to me. So very much how I feel about Scotland, but also for Marianne, so appropriate. And then I had a little note from Debbie she said, congratulations on the launch of Finding Marianne, the most magical book I've ever read. Scotland and Marianne will always hold a place in my heart. So that's really sweet, bless her. So thank you, Debbie, if you're watching, for that. What else was I going to say? I'm also today, in honour of Marianne, wearing these earrings. They're kind of like a Celtic feel. They are actually from Stirling Castle. I bought them in the gift shop. Actually, my husband bought them for me. So I thought, in honour of Marianne, who visits Stirling, Scotland, visits Stirling Castle. I told you I couldn't speak today. I thought I'd wear those too. I've also got a Celtic ring on. I think I bought that in a Scottish gift shop too. As you can imagine, I'm a big fan of Scotland. I do feel called there. If it wasn't for the fact that it's so far away from people I love, I would probably live there. I visit regularly, and writing the story really is a combination of several trips that I've done. So I have done the NC 500, or the majority of it. I haven't done the whole thing. But yeah, I've done the NC 500, and then I've also had several other holidays there. So all the places that feature in the book I've been to. There is a web page on my site that actually lists all the places Marianne goes in order, and then has some of the photos from my own trips there. So if you read the book and you're inspired to visit Scotland and you want to follow a similar trip to Marianne or visit particular places, then all the information's on that page, and I will link that below. So, first of all, to all the readers of my books and people who have enjoyed them in the past and have been asking me consistently, oh, when's your new book out? Or are you still writing? Or are you going to launch another book? Thank you, because all of that encouragement and support has really helped me get to this place and inspired me to keep going. So thank you for that. Thank you to the J&S Romance promo team. That is a team of volunteers who read the book early. They get an advanced reader copy and then they help to write reviews and promote the book. So thank you so much to all of the people in that group. They've said some really kind, lovely things, been posting on social media and helping me to promote the book and writing really lovely reviews too. So thank you to all of those. Thank you also to all of my family and friends, to Joe and Debbie, to my husband and my stepdaughter. All of your love and support while I go through this crazy life of being a writer, which can be all consuming at times. I really appreciate you all and I love you all. If you're interested in Finding Marianne, once again, you can buy it on all usual places that you can buy books. Just go onto the various websites and order it. You can also walk it into a library and request that they order it in for you. You can also walk it into a Waterstones or a Barnes & Noble and request that they order it in for you, or order it on the websites. I'm really excited to be back. I certainly won't be leaving it 4 years to write another book. I've already got notes and a plot outline, and I'm starting on the 8th book, which again will be published by J&S Romance. With regards to J&S Romance, me and Joe have so many plans, so many things we want to do. We want to support romance authors. We want to create a great community that's positive and inspiring for romance authors and give them a place where they can share their stories. So we're not currently open for submissions, but we will be later on. So if you're a romance author and you're interested in that, then make sure you follow J&S Romance. I'll put all the links and information below. So yeah, I think all that remains to be said is please buy my book, Finding Marianne. It is a journey of self-discovery. It is written in the first person. It does have the dual timeline, so you get to hear about Nora and Marianne. It does have romance. It does have a bit of magic. Finn, who's this character here, the love interest, he's a single dad. So if you enjoy a single dad romance, then you know, it might be for you. Please, if you read it and enjoy it, tell your friends, post about it on social media, and most importantly, leave a review, because reviews make a massive difference to how well a book sells. I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back. I will try and make more videos soon. I've got lots to say about lots of different topics, books and otherwise. And yeah, please buy Finding Marianne. Thank you.